Hello, I am Greg Allison of Green Gregs on the 3rd of November 2020, Election Day. And as many are captured watching the results of the polls, I have a poem to read. In this poem, I'm going to title Break Your Trance, Give Love a Chance. The poem drones like in a trance with a hope to enchant our call for peace. So listen well, and hopefully the hate we will dispel and give our society a brand new lease. Wasn't part of the point, but it can be. I can't help it. Now, so it drones on a bit, but it has a message, a powerful message. It's got this beat to it. So check this out. This is a different style from what I've done in the past, but I think it's captivating. I think it should go viral, like catch attention. It's a call for hope and peace with the common potential onslaught of anything but. We're supposed to be entering the season of the holidays, time that we're supposed to focus on peace and love and appeal to the powers above. But if we're not careful, we'll be dragged below. And there we don't want to go. Okay, that's not part of the poem either. Greg Allison just can't help it. Okay. I shall take a drop of tea, and interesting, this poem proceeds from my video, The Universe in a Solo Cup. It's about the power of prayer. And the sweet nectar that lies in there. Actually, that's unsweet tea, but that's the way I like it. It's sweet enough. I don't need any help. So, let's just get straight into this. And listen to the whole thing. Listen carefully. It starts out kind of prepping where we're at. And then it kind of goes into a hope and a chance and a call for you in your action. So let's go. Gaunt, quiet, waiting, steeped in simmering silence. Tension springs triggered for release to launch vulgar violence. Captive crowds watching, pondering as polling counts mounts. Glued to screens and pundit scenes, awaiting anchors to announce. As numbers toggle, minds do boggle, yearning for their candidate's chance. As polls close, who will they disclose? Voting viewers are duly drawn into a trance. As things unfold, the losers get bold. When they've lost, their line is crossed, and the riot may get out of sight. Will we extol those who invoke control, or we wander into war? Will the powder keg explode like a fetid commode covering the country in the stained smear? Let us hope and pray for a better day and reach for a way to extinguish the fright and fear. Do some good in your neighborhood, become the light in your neighbor's sight, and maybe we can end in peace this year. From your core, let your love soar, and remember the reason for the season as we hearken into holidays. For a fantastic fate, love dispels hate. So break your trance and give love a chance, and the results will amaze. Well, interesting poem, yes? Yeah, I just wrote this. Yeah, I just cobbled this out. See, there it is. And I had a hard time reading it, believe it or not. I meant to have a certain beat to it, but when I'm trying to read through all the scribbled lines, it's kind of interesting. It just came to me. And just had to reveal it to you, this message for hope, as we're caught on a rope. And let's hope we're not hanging by the necks together, but hanging like a crowd together as we enter these tumultuous days. But we can have hope, and that is the message of this little trope. So, yeah, the tensions are there. We know around the White House, the shields are up. You know, they got this unscalable fence. National Guard is called out all over the country, police forces, and everyone's activated. Stores are boarded up. People are braced. You need to brace too. I always say, prepare for the worst, but hope and pray for the best. So do prep. Do prep. Get ready to do everything you can to protect yourself and your family. But let us hope and let's be active. Let's reach out and try to find ways to break through the trances that everyone has. They're all caught in the zombie trances. This is the way it is. I didn't get my way. I gotta throw a fit today. We gotta riot. We gotta break things. I gotta break things. I am a robot. I've got to do what the crowd mob mentality says. You know, whatever. You know, whatever it is that's motivating people. They're motivated from a perspective, from a very tight perspective that they've been drawn into. Their scope has been narrowed by this constant hammering and focusing. It's this way, it's just this way, it's just this way, it's just this way, it's just this way, it's this way. This is the universe. This is it right here. And everything is attacking this, and you are this. And if you don't do something crazy, your world will implode. So just remember, my classes, wear your rose-colored glasses. Understand your neighbors well. That is the way you can overcome the fray and break the hateful spell and share your love to the world. Be the light of love. So, yeah, I did this, talk about worldview. Everybody's got a worldview. And our worldviews are being narrowed. We're being drawn into everything we see. You know, it's one thing that you're among a crowd that all thinks the same, but social media is the same thing. It gives you what you're looking for because it's used to what you're searching for, and you get more and more of that. And it all just reinforces this closing mindset, this lack of understanding. I'm not saying the other side is right, but you will not be able to reach out to them and hope to establish some line of peace and understanding unless you can understand from whence they come. You don't have to agree, and you may never agree, but you shouldn't be at each other's throat. You shouldn't have to build a moat, because in God's eyes, we're all just a dust moat. And the greater creator. Now, some of you don't believe in a greater creator, and oh well. Some people say, I don't believe in the greater creator just because mine is big enough to accommodate a universe. Yes, my God is big, huge, powerful, the greater creator. But I don't ask, you know, whatever your faith is, that is fine. If you have no faith, I have no demand upon you. You have to make peace with yourself, your soul, your beliefs, and your worldview. And that is part of your worldview. You have reasons for that worldview. I've been there. I've been in that school. I was at a period that I didn't believe. Look, I come through an engineering background, scientific background, space and engineering. And, you know, science, mathematics, are deterministic findings, materialistic universe. What you can measure becomes what you understand. But sometimes there are other things we'll learn, that there are more to the universe. There is more there than you can see and measure. At least that's the way some of us see it. That's our worldview. If you don't accept that, that's fine. But we still need to reach out and understand each other to be able to make peace in this world. We cannot survive in society for long if we don't find ways to get along. I've done videos about that. One of those videos was a nuke in every pot, and it described how advancing technologies will get us to the point that one day we won't be able to survive, because you'd be like giving everyone a nuke. And with all the hatreds in the world today, if you give everyone the power of such mass destruction, how do you survive? I come to that realization back over 20 years ago when I was developing hybrid rockets to launch for altitude balloons. Actually, it was almost 30 years ago we started that effort, and that was an eye-opener. In a couple of garages, we were developing, and on a shoestring budget, we were developing technologies that took a superpower to develop just a couple of decades earlier. We accomplished amazing things with a small team of part-timers working on the side. We reached great heights, and that was a mind opener about where things can go. I've talked about that. That's not the focus of this video. The focus of this video, of course, is just to tell you that we do have to find ways to get along. I also did follow another video. I've done other videos on these kind of topics. The fragility of our civilization. I talked about how fragile our civilization is, and I compared it to the story of Hive pencil. So I'm the pencil here. A story about how even in the 1950s, when the story of Hive pencil was written, it was stated that no one person knows how to make a number 2 pencil. In fact, it takes casts of thousands. That's when technologies were simple and productions were simple compared to today. And you didn't have the international trade and all the things and complications we have in our society. Our society is far more fragile today than you can imagine. We need to work to make it more robust. And I angle for that. I push for that. I push to get our power grid hardened. You see that sign behind me, that red sign? That's my conference plaque podium for 2 power grid defense conferences I ran. Some people come on my channel and say, "Oh, Greg, you're just fear porn. You're just there to be fear porn. You're just trying to scare everybody." I come with solutions. I try to hearken solutions. I try to talk about getting things done. I talk about power grid defense and what you can do. And I brought people on my channel like Ambassador Hank Cooper, who was the head of the Strategic Defense Initiative. That calendar behind me came from that activity. That's a 1988 calendar. SDI, 1988 Strategic Defense Initiative. He was the head of the Strategic Defense Initiative Office, which was Ronald Reagan's Star Wars program, as some of you called it. And yes, I worked on that, and he was the head. I bring you people who are generals, who out of the top departments of the Pentagon on this channel. He came on here to tell you how you can get your states to harden their power grid based on what he's doing in the Carolinas. I have very few views. But when I come on here and do fear mongering, the views go, "Ah!" Well, not fear mongering. I always tell everybody not to panic. But I always tell people to be prepared. Do you not buy insurance? No, I've been chastised by a few people, a few commenters. "Oh, Greg, you're just fear porn." Really? So we should all just hum and be happy all the time. So I believe in the power of intention. And I believe we should have positive thoughts, and that we're about to exercise that. That's also part of what I bring forward is a hopeful potential solution set. And that is this. We've had prayer sessions on this channel. Oh, the prayer sessions hurt this channel. I get people unsubscribing in droves when I do that. And that's why I don't do them too often. But sometimes we just have to do it. We're entering a period of great malaise if we're not careful. It is a malaise that we can change and create love to amaze instead. We can absolutely do that. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to have some prayer sessions and meditation sessions. Tomorrow night is the night after the elections. I do have a live session I do on this channel, Woden's Woken World Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Pretty Central. Yeah, Standard Time now. It did say Central Daylight Time. So, no, that's not a religious pagan outfit thing. I like alliteration. Did you just hear my poem? And it is a Nordic form of poetry, Germanic form of poetry. And, people often tease me and tell me I like certain characters, so I have some fun with them, among which is I'm really Santa Claus. And that's why I want the reason for the season and peace in our world. or Santa Claus was based on Odin, right? In part, and Saint Nick. So I talk about a greater creator. Pay attention. Some people just get, oh, any little word, they just get all warped out of sight. I'm trying to be inclusive here. You know, I tell people that, you know, pray according to your beliefs. I'm not trying to set those. It's not the purpose of this channel. My channel is not a religious channel. My channel is a prep and homesteader channel. More than anything, this channel, Green Greg's, is to tell you, hey, you need to keep your eyes wide open and head on the swivel for the things coming next, including these things that surround this election. But I also try to tell you things that you can do. And some of these things don't cost, you're not spending any money for, like how to eat the weeds in the trees. I do videos on that. They don't do all that well on my channel for some reason. They should be the top videos. Guys, when it all goes down, I can walk away from everything. A little backpack on my back and head out in the woods. What the heck do I need? Maybe a blowgun. A few things in my pocket. Yeah, I'll do some videos in the not too distant future on that kind of stuff, if we have that future and luxury to do it in. I doubled up on the wild edible videos this summer because I didn't know if we would have another year to do that in. So take your time and watch them and learn them. I also told you to go to Walmart or any big box store. I've been running the Sam's Club, not Walmart, but I meant Sam's, which is a Walmart thing, Costco, whatever. Go to the big box stores and stock up, because it does you no harm to have extra food. It's insurance. Just make sure your insurance is protected well so that vermin don't break into your house. Also, I do offer special deals that help you and me both. And you know, we both need help. So I've got a special right now running, prepwithgreg.com. You can go there and get a 4-week supply of food for $100 off. I mean, you look at the price, that's an excellent price. When you see the price, when you get that $100 off, even without the $100 off, it's a deal, it's a bargain. When you look at what that food is, and if the fact it can stand 25 years, that's an investment. It goes in a good sturdy bucket that the vermin aren't going to get into, and it will last and last, and you can carry it around real easily and prep and store it. And it's wonderful stuff. It's the best there is out there in the market. It's good food. It's not MREs. Yeah, it's dehydrated, freeze-dried food, but that makes it easy to carry, and it's real food. And you get 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which will make you a winner. It includes drinks and desserts. Prepwithgreg.com. You can get other prepping supplies there too. Okay, enough of that shameless plug. Let's get back into this. See, some people don't like that either. But look, I'm trying to look at an alternate way to make a living. I'm trying to set this up so I can do this and bring you more than this day job that has me really shackled in right now. I need to also, because I don't know that that's going to continue for long in the future. And we're building a launch vehicle called the Space Launch System. It's a cool rocket. It's the most powerful, be the most powerful rocket ever built. But it's got some stiff competition, my friends. So how long will it endure? I don't know. Will the competition pan out? I don't know. It's good that there's more than one opportunity out there. That's what I say. I'll talk more about that on my other sister channel called Galactic Grays in the not too distant future. So, you know, I've got to hedge my bets too. And what I do like is coming to you guys and telling you things to help you out. But, you know, at some point I'm going to have to make a living. And I got some real high, tall bills to pay. Not to mention it costs money to set these things up. I'm setting up and I'm turning some of this back into new equipment that I'll be using to hopefully bring you some better videos in the near future. One of the things I just purchased and I got to figure out how to use is one of those wands that you walk with so that stable. Like so if I go do a live session and I'm walking around, video's not bouncing up and down as I walk. So you don't have to do this. I'm sure when y'all get done watching some of those videos, your head's spinning, you're drunk. So trying to help you out with those things. But my friends, yeah, we do live in perilous times, but we also have a lot of hope. There's a lot of things that can be accomplished. There's a lot of opportunity. We could have a mind-boggling, fantastic future, but there's a lot of people who want to muck with that. There's a lot of people whose thoughts are about things we can't do. Oh, we can't do this, we can't do this, because their mind's in a box. They fail to see the potentials of what can be done. They fail to understand that we can feed 2 billion people from American lawns alone using nothing but raised bed technology and low labor, such as their DeVace family of Pasadena, California uses. I got 2 videos I posted from interviews with them. I've been to the place 2 times. All those 2 interviews, though, came from my last visit. So they're in this very inspiring family, very inspiring family. They do great stuff. So check them out. Check out their DeVace family, Urban Homestead, and check out my videos on them. Check out my videos on growing gardens. I teach you how to raise your own food and do it in a way, prep your beds. And I just spend a lot more time in bed prep portion of my videos, and that must bore the heck out of people. But that's the most important part, because that tells you what you need to know to be able to grow a garden without having to go to the store and buying chemicals and fertilizers and blah, 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 blah. No, you don't need any of that stuff. That's what I show you. Okay, enough said all of that. All right, so we'll move on here. We do have hope, but there's also peril. To transcend into hope, it's partly incumbent on you. You know, when you go out and spread love and hope in the world, it's like dropping a pebble in a pond. It ripples. Excuse me. And that's what we hope for. Each of us going out and dropping these pebbles in the pond. The more we drop, the more we make it rain, the better it spreads across the plain. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to have 2 prayer sessions, like starting to lead in. We're going to have one this coming Wednesday. I digress, because so many people get bent out of shape about the title. Maybe I'll change that down the road. I like alliteration, my friends. Hey, and so we will have our prayer session tomorrow night as part of that live session. We will have another prayer session, a big one. Our big meditation sessions are going to be on 11 November at 11 p.m. and 11 minutes. It's going to be 11, 11, 11. I'm going to do it 11, 11, 11 Eastern Standard Time. And then I'm going to do it again at 11, 11, 11 Central Standard Time. Again, that is on the Wednesday of my Wednesday live session time. It's right in that time frame. I'm just going to run it 11 minutes past the 2-hour mark, and bang, we got it. We'll do 2 of them. More people in the Eastern time, so maybe that'll be more powerful. It's important that we get as many people as we can praying each time, because I believe in the power of intention. I believe in the power of prayer. I'm telling you how to pray. You pray according to your beliefs. I'm just telling you, if we concentrate together and pray and meditate, maybe you're Methodist and meditate, that's fine. Or just to think, the power of intention is powerful. Like I've talked in my video, the universe in a solo cup. And all these don't go to waste. I'll be starting plants in these. I get dual use out of stuff. Ringgraves is a recycling center. I'm a worm farm. I have a worm farm. We recycle everything, for Pete's sake. That's the green part of Green Greg's. Part of the green part. So I got these concepts. I got these wild ideas for how you can live and make a living out of your home. Grow everything you need out of your home. Produce, do all your stuff out of your home. Greatly reducing the needs for infrastructure in our society. Dramatically reducing the needs for infrastructure and for government services too, by the way. Radically could change our society, could eliminate your environmental footprint practically. A world in which we could have 10 trillion people living with far smaller environmental footprint than the way we live today. We'll never have that many people. But all these people say, oh, we have too many people. No. Their agenda is about control. I just talked about that last night. They are about control. Actually, I posted that in the wee hours this morning. That is about control. And we don't need that kind of control. Not at all. We need freedom. That's what I stand for. Freedom. Our rights, our liberties. And in that vein, I've started the Freedom Restoration Foundation. You can join us on Facebook. We'll be posting some things for you to chase after there in the not too distant future. Some legislative things are up. We have a spreadsheet. We've got a lot of legislation pegged on that spreadsheet as to where it is. I got my policy committee hammering out right now what our first target and our release for what we're going to do. And so join with us. But by the way, the spreadsheet is not to be, and we're also doing another spreadsheet for membership in our tribal network. And we finally got that spreadsheet going. My previous organizers were all focused on putting things in file folders and not realizing that the spreadsheet does all the organization. It needs to put stuff in a bunch of folders. It slowed us down, but now we're ready to pick it up again. Right now, this is my working email. I'm going to change that real soon. halfi@aol.com. You know what? I can change the email even before I set the website up. But I do have Freedom Restoration Foundation.org reserved, and we will use that, and I will set up some email for that. I just cleared out some other email accounts I was using, so I've got room for that now. And we'll be setting a website in the not too distant future, I hope. I say we because it takes a committee. Greg Allison is an extremely busy guy. I slept 3 hours this morning. That was all the sleep I had last night. I haven't had, the most I've had all week's 4 hours sleep. And that's a good night for me. So I'm an extremely busy guy. I got a lot of irons in the fire, and I still struggle to get things done. But we live in trying times. I'm doing this because of all the things that are coming at us. And I've got personal things I got to take care of too. So it's a busy, busy, busy time. But we got to get through this. We can get through it together. You just got to share our love. Be the light, the love into the world. And so I'll know that you watched this far. Say, Greg, I will be the light and the love of the world. And I understand what people need to put on the rose-colored glasses. I did a video about rose-colored glasses, by the way. And I may do a video with a guy, a prepper guy, who lives along the way of that video. When I was making that video, I drove through Wadowee, Alabama. And I had a buddy that lived in that area. I may do a video on him. He's been asking me to do a joint video. And he was actually the individual that first told me, Greg, you need to start a YouTube channel. He was really droning on me for that. And I waited a few years before I started. What if I'd started then? All right, my friends, take care. And I hope everybody has a peaceful night tonight, tomorrow, and the rest of this week. Let's pray and hope for peace. We're definitely going to be doing that. You got to reach out in your community, do what you can to establish peace as much as you can, but be prepared for the worst. That's what makes sense to buy the food and other things that you need to keep yourself and your family safe. So much love and all the best, and peace be unto all of you. Bye-bye.